you've got to know what your value is, know your business, know the market. And even today, what I'm trying to do is difficult. And there is no plain sailing. And what we have got, what I've done is, since I started with one art fund, I said, you know what we've got to do? We've got to diversify the business fast. As soon as I've got art funds sorted out, we're going to advisory. As soon as I got advisory sorted out, we're going into art lending. As soon as I got art lending, we're going to go into collection management, looking after major collections. And then I've got game plan next, and the next game plan, and so on. And my view is I want to diversify the business across 5 or 6 different headings. Do I want to dream about buying Christie's or Sotheby's as an auction house? Maybe clients have said, would you organize that? So nothing is off the cards, but you've got to focus on what you're best at. My philosophy in our business is everything we do has got to be professional, it's got to be profitable, and it's got to be fun. And if it's not all three, I won't do it. When I was working for Christie's, it only had to be professional and profitable because I was employed by somebody and they said, we don't care whether it's fun or not, you do it. In our business, I'm trying to make it fun. It's very, very tough, and we are swimming against the tide because we're the only guys in the world that have investment funds. We're buying up businesses in the art lending business, and we're taking out the competitors. We're swimming against the tide. It's very tough, but we're professional, and we're growing the business, and we're getting hired by more and more people in the art world. I wasn't the guy who thought up this idea, so I don't say, look, I was the bright spark that came up with investing in art. It's been done before, but Sotheby's worked with the British Royal Pension Fund, and they got involved in selling a great deal of art, and the pension fund made a reasonable amount of money. And so I looked at this and thought, that's really interesting. Can we get multiple, rather than one pension fund, can we get multiple investors into this idea? So I took that and took a basic idea and then helped deliver it to the end result. And that is what being an entrepreneur is about. It's not coming up with the brightest idea in the box. It's coming up with something that's quite smart and then seeing if you can deliver to the end result. I had a lot of these meetings, and you come away full of optimism. And I'm an optimistic guy. If he wasn't, I'd have shot myself. Because I went into these meetings thinking, well, it's going to be easy. I came out and they said, well, it's interesting, we'll get back in touch with you. So that gives you like a 3-month window of optimism, saying, well, they're probably going to get back to you. And there's a 50-50, it's either a yes or a no. So it's halfway there. So, and so you sort of hesitantly ring them up about 2 or 3 months later, waiting for the answer. And they say, we'd love you to come back and see us in a year or 2 when it's a little bit further developed. And so you sort of park it and you put it in the 1 year down the line type of thing. And I had huge numbers of these meetings, and year 1 was optimism. Year 2 was reality. What have I got? I've raised no money, not 1 cent. And a lot of people saying, this is very interesting what you do, investing in art. Year 3, I was starting to think, this isn't going to the business plan. I hadn't trained I'd done an MBA, but I'd been trained as a chartered accountant, so I'd worked out how to do the business plan and the goals I had to achieve. And I'd got some of the goals, i.e. the structure, the board, where it was going to go, the idea, and so on. And the only thing I was lacking was the money. So just one small thing.